I'm standing in the middle of a shadowy, long hall. I am naked, except for my jockey shorts. I have to go to the bathroom really bad. I get my bladder under control as best I can and try to figure out where the hell I am. I have no recollection of what's happened to me the last few days. I don't know what I've done or where I've been or how I got to this strange place. I walk down the hall a little ways and see a door. It has a 3-digit number on it beginning with 5, and so does the next one. I think I must be in a hotel or an apartment building or maybe an office complex. And then it dawns on me, there may be people behind those doors. What'll they think if they walk out and see a saggy old man in his underwear and a watch, and that's all, wandering the halls? Please don't let anyone see me. Yes, I have my watch on. It's 2 a.m. I am confused and scared. I go to lean against the wall to get my bearings, and things start coming back to me. Kathy and I arrived in London this very morning. It was a long flight, and we had trouble getting into our room, so it was 24 hours or so before we could get to bed. We were so tired we were afraid maybe we couldn't sleep, as strange as that sounds, so we took an over-the-counter sleep aid, a Sominex, and I went right to sleep. I went right to sleep. What floor were we on? I can't remember. 4, that's right. We're on the 4th floor. I can't remember the room number right this second, but I'm sure it'll come to me. How did I get here? How did I get up on the 5th floor? I figure I must be in the hotel, but how did I get up on the 5th floor? I figure there are 2 choices. Either I sleepwalked or I'm dreaming. I've never sleepwalked before. Well, unless you count the time when I was 3 years old in the little town of Keno, Oregon, in the winter time, when the family was sitting around the big wood-burning, pot-bellied stove trying to keep warm, and I got out of bed and peed on the red-hot stove. But that was the only time. If I'm dreaming, maybe I can wake myself up by pinching myself, and I do, hard, and it hurts. But I don't wake up. I have had some luck waking up from nightmares by just telling myself to wake up. Wake up! Wake up! Nothing happens. I've got to get down to the 4th floor. But I don't know how to get out. I don't know where the exits are, so I start wandering the halls. They all seem to dead-end halls, pour into halls, and I don't seem to be getting anywhere. But suddenly I come to a door. It has a round glass window in it. And I go through it. Hallelujah! It's the stairs. I go down the stairs to the floor. I go out into the hall. I look at a door. The number begins with 6. 6? I must have gone upstairs when I thought I was going down. How could that happen? I have to go back and go down 2 flights. I can't find the door. I can't find the door. So I've got to wander around some more through all the halls. And eventually, though, I see a square opening in the wall. I go up there. It's the elevator. Thank heavens. But then I start to worry more than I was worried before, because how am I going to wake Kathy up? She's probably sleeping like a log. And if I beat on the door to wake her up, it'll disturb the neighbors. They'll come out, and I don't want anybody to see me. I think about going to the ground floor and getting a key from the desk clerk. But I'm afraid to do that too. So I have to do something. I poke the down button. The elevator starts to hum, and I hear this electronic woman's voice with an English accent saying, door opening. So I go in the elevator and, oh my gosh, 412. That's our room number, 412. And it's just kitty corner across from the elevator. So I push button number 4. The voice says, going down, door closing. We go down a floor, door opening, and I go out and cross the hall. And I get a huge shock because lodged between the door and the frame is a towel holding the door open about 6 inches. And I'm so happy. I've got myself away, left myself away to get back in the room. I'm also unhappy because I left the door open 6 inches while Kathy was in there sleeping. I go into the room and change my underwear. I leave my old ones at a certain spot on the floor. And I say, if those are on the floor in the morning, I'm not dreaming. This is really happening. I go to bed, kiss Kathy on the forehead, and go to sleep. In the morning, my underwear's still there. I find that very depressing, and it makes me sad and even scared. I don't want to be a permanent sleepwalker. When Kathy wakes up, I tell her the story. She listens wide-eyed and says, you had to be dreaming. If you were walking around, you would have seen someone in the halls. And I say, well, it's 2 a.m. She says, even so. And she said, plus, I don't think you could have gone upstairs instead of going downstairs when you thought you were going down. And I said, I was very confused. She said, even so, I think you were dreaming. And it makes me feel better because it seems logical. And I want to believe her, but I have a hard time wrapping my head around it. How did my underwear get there? And everything that happened to me was so clear, and the voice in the elevator seemed so real. But just to be on the safe side, I wore my pajamas to bed every night. A few days later, I was going down the elevator to the ground floor. I happened to look at the panel. There were only 4 buttons. I got out of the elevator, ran to the desk clerk and said, how many floors does this hotel have? And he said, 4. 4? How can that be? I've seen the indicator over the elevator say 6. Lots and lots of times. And then it dawns on me, that's not a 6. It's a G for ground floor, which is what they call the first floor. So that's it. I was dreaming. I had to be. The hotel only has 4 floors. It only has 4 floors, that is, unless you happen to be trapped on the 5th and 6th floors that hover just above the hotel. But you're spending the night, as I was, in the Twilight Zone.